Hey guys, GG20 Modding here, and today we have the top plate install. I already have it on the motor. I'm just gonna go over it because the footage I had, it wasn't good. You didn't want to see it, trust me. See, it's exactly bolted where the old gas tank went. You put the one in the back, and it's not actually going through here. It's actually going where the old throttle plate attached, and the two front ones. And then you attach this with a 10mm nut and bolt. These ones are 11s on the front and back side of there, and left and right. And there is a Allen key on the back of the spacer underneath the spring. And you want to use two washers, as you can see them in there. Let me get it to where you guys can actually see it. You want to use two of the space washers that come with it. Put them in there and attach it to the spacer using the Allen wrench. Put the spring on and make sure that it returns like this. Otherwise it will go full throttle as soon as you let go of this. So make sure it's in the right direction. And you want to take, and this is one thing Redbeard's Garage has figured out how to do. He takes hot glue over top of there. But you have to take the existing one, which is completely straight, and this part right here is down rather than out. You have to bend it with like pliers and put it back in the slot, pull it forward, and get it in that little hole. And you push it down, and then it activates your throttle. You take this coupler off, and I don't have a throttle cable on it currently because the one I had got frayed and now it won't work. So I chucked it and ordered a new one. You have to run the cable through the back side of this connector and drop this over top. You have to peel back the rubber. It actually has to be on the circular metal for it to actually latch onto anything. And you screw it in here, take the end, and there's a Allen key, an Allen wrench, I don't know what you'd call that, Allen head bolt, that you'd slide the cable in this little hole in the top of the clevis pen and tighten that down, and when you pull the throttle it would pull that forward just like this, activating the whole thing. These holes here are for a pulse pump. Eventually we might install one. I mean, I might even decide to put a bigger tank on this, for crying out loud, because this is a little bit small. And a pulse pump right here. But I mean, I don't really need it considering gravity can do its job of pulling the fuel down. I'm actually going to shut it off since I'm up here. And one thing that you'll have to do if you're using the cable that I'm putting in the link in the description, you will have to enlarge in this hole right here so that you can actually fit the connector through. It fits in there with no modification. You just have to get the cable actually in there and screw it down. But it's pretty simple and straightforward. If you look over Redbeard's Garage's video of this, you can see that he shows a little bit more in depth. He takes a feeler gauge and slides it in between this rod and the top of here, and fills that little section with hot glue to keep it from sliding up and down. And I've had this fall out like 3 times already, so I might end up doing that. Now to re-put this guy. So you have to line it up, pull it back, and actually get it in that hole. And in that hole. So that way when you rotate this, it rotates the throttle. And it does work. Let me put the key in. And we will be putting a billet flywheel and connection rod in it soon. Sometimes you have to give it a little bit of throttle. cold.